Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are making a pumpkin pie. Now this is something I wanted to try for years, but due to needing a can of pumpkin puree, I haven't been able to make it. But of course, recently, what is pumpkin puree? It is just roasted, blended pumpkin. So that problem out the way, I decided to move on to actually making a pumpkin pie. Now we did make pumpkin puree in the pumpkin cake video. And the best way to do this is to get a sweet pumpkin, cut it in half, remove the seeds in the membrane, and then roast it in the oven for 30 to 50 minutes until you can easily pierce the flesh with a knife. And then let cool and blend. It's as simple as that, and then you just weigh out a can's equivalent. Now that out the way, for the full recipe you will need some pie dough as well. And to make the pie dough, you will need 325 grams or 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 230 grams or 1 cup or 2 sticks of very cold unsalted butter cut into cubes, and 4 to 8 tablespoons of chilled water. Now personally, I made this in a food processor, but you can also do this by hand. Simply add the salt, sugar and flour to a bowl or your food processor and give it a quick stir or pulse to combine. And then add in your cold butter cubes and work them until you have something that resembles breadcrumbs. Once again, pulse if you're using a food processor. And then slowly add your ice cold water until your dough starts to hold together. And then simply form into a disc and place it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, but up to 2 days, depending when you want to use this dough. Once chilled, roll your dough out into a shape that resembles your pie dish, but just a little bit bigger because you've got to tuck the dough in. And you want it about 3 millimeters thick, and then drape over your pie dish and gently shape it to the form of the dish and poke some small holes in the dough with a fork. This is to get a more even crust, as baking this will make it puff up slightly. Then once again, chill it and then bake it in the oven for 15 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius until the edges just start to turn a golden brown. Now you can use pie weights if you have them, or you can use rice or something to get a nice even base. Luckily I just had a smaller pie dish that I just put in the middle. Now, while that's pre-baking, prepare your filling with 2 eggs, half a cup or 170 grams of honey, a 15 ounce or 425 grams of pumpkin puree, 12 ounces or 340 grams of evaporated milk, 2 teaspoons of mixed cinnamon, ginger and nutmeg powders, and a heaped tablespoon of cornstarch if your mixture is looking a little bit thin, just to stiffen it up slightly. Now to make the filling, simply whisk the eggs to break them up and then add all of the other ingredients to the bowl and just give it a good mix until it is thoroughly and evenly combined. And then pour that into your part-baked pie shell and cook for another 35 to 40 minutes at the same temperature. Once baked, remove from the oven and let it cool completely. And of course you can additionally top this with some ice cream or some whipped cream. Now I just added a little bit of vanilla extract to my whipped cream and then just put a good dollop on top. Now this of course was my first time making and even trying pumpkin pie, and this is absolutely amazing. I can see why it is a thing in America, and I fully understand this recipe, and I will definitely be making this again. Now, let me know in the comments below if there is something extra that you add to your pumpkin pies, or if there's something you leave out, or if there's just a difference in ingredients that you guys use. But anyway, that does it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you all again next week. Thanks for watching. Also, a friend of mine said that if we can get this channel to 100 subs, he will do a cooking live stream over on Twitch following along with one of my videos that his followers or possibly him chooses to do. Now, if you want to go check him out, he is over at twitch.tv/Skeen, that's Skean. And yeah, if we can help me get to 100 subs by Christmas, I'm sure we can watch him make a mess of his kitchen. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.